It's probably not that hard to tell that I wasn't the coolest kid growing up. Most days, I sat alone in my room, flipping through page after page of comic books. Spider-Man, Superman, Captain America, they helped me escape this dull world. However, not once did I actually think that I would see Batman vs. Superman on the big screen, especially as I got older. And yet here we are, it's only a few weeks away, so to celebrate, I'm reviewing its predecessor, Man of Steel. And whether you loved it or you hated it, you can't deny it had impact. But what did I think? Well, if you insist. Superman's origin is known by all. Baby Kal-El is sent from Krypton to Earth because, well... However, because our solar system has a different type of star, it enables him to have superhuman abilities and start his journey to become a beacon of hope. Right? Well, not really. Man of Steel takes a new approach on the origin of our most noble hero, and this is why the community was most likely divided. For instance, many people felt that Clark never reached the beacon of hope status, and argued that that was an imperative piece of his character. However, this is what turned many people off of the story in the first place. He was too perfect, leaving no room for a proper character arc. By placing him in an imperfect world and making him flawed himself, we get to see him grow naturally. The fact that he believes in the right things and tries to commit to them shows that he is a real hero, not some unrealistic, flawless messiah. Think of it like having a cheat code in a game. Yeah, it's fun to play with for a hoot every now and then, but when you want to sit down and immerse yourself, you need a challenging conflict. In fact, the only thing that upset me story-wise was a mistake all too common among superhero origins. Most superhero origins feel less like a story and more like a compilation of random events showing the abilities of the hero. Take Man of Steel, for instance. The story is about Clark's conflict with Zod, and a good half of the movie doesn't even show Zod. Instead, the time is used to show an overconsumption of heroic acts. However, this flaw nowhere near outweighs the advantages this iteration holds over its predecessors. One thing I think you all can agree on is that Man of Steel had an amazing cast. To begin with, let's start with the man of the hour, Henry Cavill as Superman. Cavill had the responsibility of taking this new vision of Superman and making it work. He not only did this, but created the most interesting iteration of Superman to date. Look at his flying scene, for example. When he takes off, you can see pure joy in his expression. And because of this, I really felt like I was watching someone fly for the first time. In fact, the only time that Cavill falters is when he's sharing a scene with Amy Adams. Adams is a good actress, yes, but the two of them had no chemistry. On the other hand, she was entertaining as Lois, and did feel like a sassy reporter. Moving on, we have Michael Shannon as Zod. As far as I could tell, many people were underwhelmed by his performance. However, I would disagree. The character of Zod is a living being bred for one purpose: war. And looking at his character from that point of view, I think he did a great job. Unsurprisingly, his best scenes were the ones with Russell Crowe. Both men are grade A actors, and when working with each other, it's obvious. Only a few more of the supporting characters are worth mentioning. First, we have Diane Lane and Kevin Costner as Ma and Pa Kent. Whilst they didn't have much screen time, both were incredible. In fact, Diane Lane showed more love than any of the other characters. And I think that her role will be much more pivotal in Clark's future for the upcoming films than people may think. Costner's role also took a dramatic change from the base material, and is one of the things that upset people a lot. Without spoiling anything, I'll just say I like the change, and it felt much more realistic. Lastly, I feel bad if I didn't mention, forgive me if I'm butchering this name, Anchi Trapp. Her role as Fiora was very small, but goddamn did it have punch. She was just a complete fucking badass, no other way to put it. If you've seen my review for Dawn of the Dead, you know how I feel about Zack Snyder. That was my first review though, so you don't need to go anywhere near it.
I'm serious. Don't watch it.
Anyway, back on topic. If there's one thing Snyder knows how to do, it's make a movie pretty. With his color palettes and slow motion action shots, he's created a directing style of his own. Only in Man of Steel, he took the slow motion shots out and put the Dragon Ball Z shots in. Every punch, kick, throw, laser beams shooting out of fucking eyes felt like a shotgun blast. He showed us what a battle of beings with those powers would be like. And they may not be merciful, but they are realistic. Another thing that was presented well were the costumes. All of them were easy on the eyes. And thank you, Snyder, for getting rid of the underwear. It was long overdue. Apparently, Superman Returns didn't get the memo. Finally, one cannot forget Hans Zimmer's beautiful score. The classic Superman theme is a beloved and cherished piece, but my honest opinion, Zimmer easily outclassed it in every aspect. Whether it was a slow scene pushing emotion, or an exciting battle raising you off the edge of your seat, Zimmer did it better. Looking at Man of Steel objectively, the movie was spectacular. When I first watched it, I, like many, was taken back by how different it was from the original material. However, over time, I've come to appreciate what it has done and what it will allow for the upcoming films. It is a new look, but personally, I can live without the underwear. Man of Steel gets an 8 out of 10. So thanks for watching, guys, and what's your favorite iteration of Superman? Let me know in the comments below.
So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and share it on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. All the links for those can be found in the description below.
Also, don't forget to subscribe by hitting that big button over there. And while you're at it, why not click that email checkbox so that our videos don't get buried with all the other channels you're subscribed to. I'm Zack.
And I'm Kyle, and we're Battlefront Productions. Really? You mean the subscribe button bigger than us?
Well, it is prettier than us.